Imagine working your whole life to become a top chef, only to find out the couple you just kicked out of your restaurant are actually your new bosses. That's exactly what happened to Dominic. Get out of my kitchen. People like you don't belong. In a place like this, Dominic shouted at the young black couple dressed in casual clothes who had wandered into the kitchen area. Little did he know, this mistake would cost him everything he'd worked for. If you enjoy stories about karma and people getting what they deserve, make sure to tap the like button right now and stick around until the end to see what happened to this chef. Trust me, it's worth it. Our story takes place in Nashville, Tennessee, at the Golden Plate, one of the most exclusive restaurants in the city. Dominic Martinez had been the executive chef there for 5 years. He was talented but had a terrible attitude, especially toward people he thought were beneath him. Dominic took pride in the restaurant's fancy reputation. He believed the Golden Plate was only for a certain type of customer, by which he meant wealthy people who looked a certain way. His cooking was amazing, but his personality was rotten to the core. "This kitchen runs perfectly because I demand perfection," Dominic would tell his staff. "And I expect our customers to meet the same standards." One Saturday evening, Zora and Terrell Jackson showed up at the Golden Plate. They had just gotten married that morning in a small ceremony and wanted to celebrate. They were dressed nicely but casually, Terrell in jeans and a button-up shirt, Zora in a simple dress. When they walked in, the host, Joaquin, looked uncomfortable. "Do you have a reservation?" he asked, though the restaurant was half empty. "No, we're celebrating our wedding day and heard this place has amazing food," Terrell explained with a smile. Joaquin hesitated, then reluctantly seated them in the far corner of the restaurant, away from other diners. What the staff didn't know was that Zora and Terrell weren't just any newlyweds. Terrell had built a successful tech company that he had recently sold for millions. Zora was a renowned restaurant consultant who helped struggling establishments turn around their businesses. They had simple tastes despite their success and preferred to keep a low profile. After waiting 20 minutes without service, Zora decided to find someone to take their order. She accidentally walked through the wrong door and ended up in the kitchen. That's when she came face to face with Dominic. "Excuse me, we've been waiting for a while," and Zora began. Dominic spun around, his face twisting with anger. "Who let you back here? This is a professional kitchen, not a code playground." "I'm sorry, I was just looking for our server," Zora explained calmly. "Look, I don't know how you got in here, but people like you don't belong in a place like the Golden Plate," Dominic snapped, looking her up and down. "This is a fine dining establishment." By now, Terrell had joined his wife in the kitchen, concerned about what was taking so long. "Is there a problem?" he asked. "Yes, there's a problem," Dominic said loudly. "You two are the problem. Look at how you're dressed. This isn't some fast food joint in the hood." The kitchen fell silent. Everyone could hear the racism dripping from Dominic's words. "You should leave before I call security," Dominic continued, pointing to the door. "People like you don't appreciate fine cuisine anyway." Zora and Terrell exchanged a look. Then Terrell pulled out his phone and made a quick call. "Hi, Victor. It's Terrell. We're at the Golden Plate right now. Could you please let the staff know who we are? Thanks." 2 minutes later, Victor Reynolds, the restaurant's manager, burst into the kitchen, his face pale. "Chef Dominic, do you know who you just insulted?" Victor asked, his voice shaking. "Some people who clearly don't belong here," Dominic said confidently. "This is Zora and Terrell Jackson. They purchased the Golden Plate last week. They're our new owners." The color drained from Dominic's face. The kitchen staff froze, then quickly returned to their tasks, trying to pretend they weren't listening. That's impossible," Dominic stammered. "Actually, it's not," Zora said calmly. "We bought this restaurant because we heard the food was excellent, but the service and atmosphere needed improvement. Now I see the problem starts in the kitchen." If you're enjoying this story of someone getting exactly what they deserve, give this video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. We wanted to experience the restaurant as regular customers before making any changes, Terrell explained. "Looks like changes are definitely needed." Dominic tried to backpedal. "I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that we were wealthy. That we own the place." Zora interrupted. "Would it have mattered? Should people be treated differently based on how much money they have or what they look like?" The restaurant had been struggling financially for months. The previous owner had been looking to sell, and Zora and Terrell saw potential in the place. If the toxic culture could be fixed, Dominic had been with the Golden Plate for years and had created an environment where staff feared him and certain customers were treated better than others. Several reviews online mentioned the unwelcoming atmosphere, particularly for people of color. "Dominic, please clean up and meet us in the office in 15 minutes. Terrell said firmly that I in the office. Dominic tried everything to save his job. "I'm the best chef in Nashville," he insisted. "This place would fall apart without me." Being a great chef isn't just about cooking skills, Zora explained. It's about leadership, respect, and creating an environment where everyone feels welcome, both staff and customers. "We're going to make some changes," Terrell added. "The Golden Plate will become a place that welcomes everyone, regardless of what they look like or how they dress. Great food should be accessible to all." "Are you firing me?" Dominic asked, his voice cracking. "No," Zora said, surprising everyone. "At least, not yet." Zora believed in second chances. She had seen talented people learn from their mistakes before. "You have two choices," she told Dominic. "You can leave now, or you can stay and learn to be a better person as well as a better chef." "What does that mean?" Dominic asked suspiciously. "It means you'll work under our new executive chef, Maya Williams," Terrell explained. "She's an amazing chef who creates inclusive kitchen environments. You'll also participate in diversity training and community outreach programs." "You want me to work under someone else? In my own kitchen?" Dominic was incredulous. "It's not your kitchen anymore," Zora reminded him. "And yes, that's the offer. If you think Dominic should take the offer and learn from his mistakes, tap the like button right now." Dominic was silent for a long moment. His pride was telling him to walk out. But the reality was that jobs for executive chefs weren't easy to come by, and his reputation for being difficult to work with was well known in the Nashville restaurant scene. "Fine," he finally said. "I'll stay." Over the next 6 months, the Golden Plate transformed. The menu remained high quality but became more diverse, drawing inspiration from various cultures. Prices were adjusted to make the restaurant more accessible. The dress code was eliminated entirely. Most surprisingly, Dominic began to change. Working under Chef Maya was humbling at first, but he started to see how her collaborative approach created a better working environment. The diversity training opened his eyes to his own biases. The restaurant began hosting community cooking classes on Mondays when they were closed. Dominic found himself teaching cooking techniques to kids from underprivileged neighborhoods and actually enjoying it. 1 year later, the Golden Plate had become the most popular restaurant in Nashville, not just for its amazing food, but for its welcoming atmosphere. Reviews praised the inclusive environment and diverse menu options that as for Dominic. He eventually earned back a leadership position, working alongside Maya as co-executive chef. The experience had transformed him from a prejudiced tyrant into a mentor who believed in giving everyone a chance. "The food tastes better when it's made with respect," Dominic told a local reporter during an interview about the restaurant's turnaround. "Not just respect for the ingredients, but respect for the people you're cooking with and the customers you're serving." Zora and Terrell had accomplished exactly what they set out to do: create a restaurant that served exceptional food while treating everyone with dignity. "The best investment we ever made wasn't in the restaurant," Terrell said during the 1-year celebration. "It was in the people who work here." What started as a humiliating moment for Dominic turned into a journey of growth and understanding. And the Golden Plate became a model for other restaurants in the area, proving that excellence and inclusivity can go hand in hand. That if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and tap the notification bell so you never miss another video. What do you think about Dominic's transformation? Would you have given him a second chance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, sometimes the most important ingredient in any recipe isn't found in the kitchen. It's the respect we show to every person who walks through the door.